are a new way of us being able to both capture the people who perpetrate crimes in our city and hopefully deter others from committing crimes. And it starts today. You can go to brcollab.com to submit your request to be considered. You can also, as a business, adopt a camera. You can adopt a camera that will be placed in one of these high crime areas as well, or you can make a donation to the foundation in partnership with all of our partners to put more of these cameras on the streets. In high crime areas, people often don't say what they see because they're concerned about retaliation. That's a shame. Not one we can fix here today. But what we can do is use technology and intelligence to put cameras in places so we can find the people who perpetrate crime, like those who killed Allie or Devin. And change starts today. I'd like to invite up to the podium Adam Knapp at the Chamber.
Thank you, Clay. My name's Adam Knapp. I'm the CEO of the Baton Rouge Area Chamber. We have heard from businesses over the last few years about their growing concern around crime, especially violent crime in our community. And mostly businesses aren't complaining, they're asking, what can I do? And in asking, what can I do, they want to have an active role in being a part of a solution to help families, to help individuals, to help communities, but also to secure the community. When we started learning about the opportunity for installing cameras, as you see above you, we thought, well, this is an incredible opportunity to make sure that every business can not only do something for themselves, but to contribute and pay it forward. So in the Paige Rice Camera Initiative, there is a very specific portion of this that is also going to empower every business, every neighborhood, frankly, a residence, if you want to purchase a subscription to a camera, like, again, the one that you see above my head, that is part of this initiative. These cameras are not only cost-effective, roughly at the cost of about $2,600 for a 2-year subscription, and the installation cost. You get this kind of camera set up. Every camera has a pay-it-forward model that is partly including a cost of contributing to the cost of other cameras that can be placed around our community, not just at the site of that business. And they are automatically tied into the Baton Rouge Police Department's Real-Time Crime Center and the Property Crimes Unit that is at the Sheriff's Department, that these cameras are specifically set up in a manner that they immediately are linked into the searchable features that are part of law enforcement. And these are not your everyday doorbell cameras. That's another important feature to know. These are very precision cameras, able to see night and day, to be able to see blocks away in very high resolution, and has 6 months of data backed up to be able to make sure they can understand what's happened and that they can search and understand kind of the features of that information that's available through that camera stream. They also, not only by their presence, have the ability to go backwards in time to find information. Just the mere presence of a camera can also have the ability to reduce crime by being a deterrent to potential crime. It's all those features why, as you heard Clay say a moment ago, these are attractive for everybody's perspective, both for deterrence and for future evidence and information. That's why the Baton Rouge Area Chamber is so excited to participate. Starting today, we're going to be pushing this out to businesses to make sure we're encouraging them to not only install these, but to look forward to donating these as well in other neighborhoods. If they want to play a role, they have a significant opportunity now to do so by making these cameras available to all. We have been very proud to see that our law enforcement partners have already been ahead of this. They've been working with the group that installs these cameras, and we're excited to see that now expanded. They also have a program in the police department called Connect Blue, where you can actually, if you also have a doorbell, camera or other things, you can connect your own cameras through their Connect Blue network. And so you'll see a lot of different ways that every individual can participate with putting their cameras on or installing these really high quality, high precision cameras. Not only has Benny's does this, there's an engineering firm in town, Fortin Tablata, that's here today for those reporters who want to have a chance to interview others that have tried this out. Both Benny's and Fortin Tablata will be available to talk about their experience in getting these cameras installed on their businesses and what that has meant for them to be able to have access to those. With that, I want to bring up Chief Murphy Paul to talk about the importance of these cameras to law enforcement.
Thank you. This is an example of when we say as law enforcement, we cannot do this alone. And when our partners at BREC and the foundation said, how can we help? When they reached out to the sheriff and I, they said, look, how can we help? And that's what this really is. Look, we need your help. We really need you. If you're out there in the community, help us. We need you to go to our website, join our Connect group. Let us know if you have a camera, join our directory. And also, please, and I'm going to give you that site one more time, brcollab.com. If you live in one of these areas, please register. We need your help. As stated earlier, crime cameras are becoming the new witnesses. It's really helping us. This is an example on how we have to continue to do more work to build confidence so that people can come forward. And that's why these cameras are so important. We are building an infrastructure in this city, not only with crime cameras, with license plate readers and other technologies that are going to help us move forward in identifying those individuals who are involved in crime in our city, but also in preventing. There was an article that was just placed yesterday on this collaboration that we have with our Sherwood Forest crime district and how we were able to identify someone who was involved in property crime in that area. These strategies and technology work. We need your help. Please join us. I want to thank again our business community for stepping forward and taking a leadership in helping us get this message out and knowing that we cannot do this alone. We're going to do better. We're going to continue as a community. Crime is not a police issue. It is a community issue, and it's going to take us, a community, united together to reduce crime in this city. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I chair the Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation, and in the last 3 years, we've been a part of some pretty amazing initiatives, none more important than this. I want to introduce you to a couple of people. I talked about the name of this initiative, and I had the honor to speak with Devin's grandmother and Allie's father about this, and they were immediately in favor of having those kids be the namesake for this initiative. So first, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Devin's grandmother, Kathy Tolliver.
Praise the Lord, everybody. This is genius. I just want you to know, Clay Young, you're brilliant, you're my brother, and you have been with us from the beginning, and my heart goes out to say thank you. I just want to say I do owe an apology at this time because I was angry. I was furious when my grandson was murdered. And so now that I've seen the DA, Hilda Moore, reached out to me, I said, okay, he has a heart. When I saw Crime Stoppers, Mr. Don Coppola, I said, they have a heart. And so my heart began to become sensitive. I started dealing with the chief. He has a heart. Because I was getting ready to move out of here. I had it. I've just had it. But now the tables have turned when this happened to my grandbaby. And so I want you to know that now I'm on the streets right with you all. I'm doing the campaign, Help 5 Stay Alive. What is that? The chief said it starts with the community, but let me tell you something. If we can get the homes right, then the homes can help the neighbors, and then the neighbors can help the community. Then the community can help the state. And so what I'm going to be doing is getting out there on behalf of my grandson, and I'm going to be hitting the street. And now that I know we're going to find out what area my grandson was in 70805, we're getting out there. You see, and when we get out there, the thing is, my message is until it happens to you, you don't get involved. Until it happens to you, you don't say anything. And we're trying to prevent this from happening to your child. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you for this honoring my grandson. I said at his funeral, I said his name will never die, and I mean it. We have Devin's Law that passed. Thank you, Jesus. And now we're going door to door. We're getting out there, getting into the mental state of people to see where their minds are, what they're thinking. Because if you want to know what a person is going to do next, listen to their conversation. I believe the person that murdered my grandson, that blew his brains out, he was only 3 years old. I believe if someone had talked to that person, they would have talked him off the ledge. So we're going out here, and I'm going all out here, anywhere that I can go, that God will send me into the nations, fighting for the rights of people, telling them, don't throw your life away. And this is Debbie's mother, my daughter, Ty Collins.
This is Ty. Ty, wave at everybody. That's Devin's mother. The next person you'll hear from is the father of Allie Rice, Paul Rice. Come on up, Paul. And if you notice, we're wearing these yellow wristbands. They're in the bag right here. And I want Paul to tell you what this is and what it's about. Go ahead.
First of all, on behalf of my family, Clay, thank you for putting this together. To our business community as well that has supported this. We are definitely honored to have Allie's name attached to this initiative. You know, going back to our own situation here, there's so much further we could be along in our investigation and solving our case had there been cameras present. And unfortunately, you know, that has not been the case up to this point. You know, I want to challenge the businesses in that area, in each of these crime areas that are on the map here. Protect your business, protect your community, protect your customers, protect the families that are in the neighborhoods around you. This is our community responsibility. This is not all on the police department. This is not all on the victims' families. This is everybody's problem. You know, Baton Rouge is such a cultural rich state. It's a place of interest across the entire nation, and people are getting scared to come here. This is a great first step into solving our issues, but there's so many pieces to this puzzle that have to be addressed, as Chief Paul mentioned, as Clay and Miss Kathy have all mentioned as well. So we're all in this together, guys. And, you know, I thank you all for coming out here and supporting this. As Clay mentioned, we have the yellow Live Like Allie bracelets. This campaign was one that was started by Allie's mother, Angela, and a friend of hers. We, you know, started talking about ways that we could keep Allie's presence alive and keep her in all of our memories, you know, especially in the wake of such a horrible tragedy that we experienced. But we didn't want to focus on the negative. This was all about remembering the vibrant child that Allie was, the energy that she brought, the way that her smile changed the room and everything else. So, you know, we have these yellow bracelets. They're available in businesses all across the Baton Rouge area. Anywhere you go, you're going to see them on people's wrists. We just, you know, invite everybody to please take one. Please pass them out to your family and friends, and let's help keep Allie's memory alive. Thank you.
As you've heard in the messages, this is about collaboration, and it is about community, and it's about working together. What a better way to say that than the name of this initiative. It's also important to see that we have a collaboration that happens between BRPD and the Sheriff's Office in Baton Rouge, both of whom have linked centers through these cameras. And I'd like to bring up East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff Sid Gotro to share a little word about the importance to the Sheriff's Department.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank the Baton Rouge Area Chamber and the Law Enforcement Foundation for their continued support. In preventing and solving crimes, we can never have too many eyes in the community. Not only are cameras a crime deterrent, but they also are unbiased and unchanging eyewitness. Cameras provide law enforcement hard digital evidence that is objective and reliable. They give us specific, concrete information that can direct the next steps of an investigation to solve a crime. Cameras help collaborate other types of evidence such as time frames, subject descriptions, and other physical evidence. Cameras can be our eyes, 24/7, 365 days a year. In May of 2021, the Sheriff's Office investigated a drive-by shooting at a shopping center on Segan Lane in which one man was killed and another was injured. Surveillance video showed detectives in a great detail what occurred prior to and during the incident, including the suspect vehicle and suspects. It showed us the suspects waited for the targeted victim for an extended duration prior to the shooting. The detectives were able to locate the vehicle from the video and obtain a surveillance video from residents in the immediate area. The video surveillance footage assisted with tracking these suspects' movements from the crime scene. We are able to identify and charge 5 individuals in this first-degree murder case as a result of that information. And there are just countless other cases that have been solved as a result of this. Whether the video information directs investigators' next step or whether the actual suspect is identified through the footage video is an invaluable resource to law enforcement. As I said earlier, not only are cameras a crime deterrent by their very presence, but oftentimes they provide invaluable information before a more serious crime occurs. In the past, we have arrested suspects seen on video attempting to break in vehicles while armed with guns. Thankfully, in these cases, no one was shot or seriously injured, but had the suspects not been caught, such violence was a very real possibility. Increasing cameras in conjunction with cooperation with law enforcement will make our community safer. The East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to continuing to work with our community and business partners to create an environment that is safe for everyone. And finally, I just want to thank you again to the organizations and individuals that have already demonstrated a strong commitment to public safety, and I look forward to continue working with all of you. Together we can make a difference, and this is a tremendous tool for us. It's a tremendous tool. Video does not lie, and the more video we have, the better off we are in any investigation and trying to keep a crime from happening, but also trying to solve crimes. Thank you very much.
I want to bring up Chris Meyer, the new president and CEO of the Baton Rouge Area Foundation.
Good morning. Incredible strength has been shown this morning, I think, by the families. And it's that spirit with which we come today as a community that philanthropy really is an expression of our values. And we at the foundation are inspired not only by this commitment to collaboration, but frankly to action. And today is the start of what hopefully is continued action on behalf of our community to partner together. We produce something every year called City Stats, where folks in our community talk about the challenges they see and the opportunities in Baton Rouge. And unfortunately, too many people see crime and violence as the #1 issue in our community. And most residents say they don't know what to do about it. They don't know how to get in the game and help solve this challenge. And I think what today is starting is a set of actions that you can get in the game. As a business owner, as a neighbor, you can contribute. You can do something about this challenge because it will take all of us. And so we stand here today with the families, we stand with our partners, and we'll do whatever it takes to raise the resources necessary to help secure our community. Because without a safe community, we won't have one. So thank you.
So today, as we said, brcollab.com is the web address that you can go to, see these areas. You can actually see this graphic on the website, submit a request to be considered for a camera. All of these areas were selected by law enforcement. It's based upon data, the most high crime portions of our community. Chris alluded to it, but today is the first in a series of announcements about what this collaboration is going to be doing in this city. And we hope that the people out there who are watching this understand that if you're in a tough area, a high crime area, you are not by yourself. Regardless of what you look like or what your circumstances are, there are people in this community that want this to end, and we're going to step up to do something about it.
We are moved to hear the examples from law enforcement of where cameras have played a role. We want these murders to stop. We want these murders to stop. We have to create a fabric of information across our community that helps that happen. And it is all of our role to help accomplish that. And I think that's what this is really an important announcement today, is to help demonstrate that. But today is the beginning. As you've heard, we want to see cameras installed, not just at the locations we've already identified, but across the entire city, and especially in these neighborhoods where, unfortunately, too many are dying in our community by virtue of the violence that's occurring. And you too can play a role. For those of you in the media who want to have a chance to talk to some of the folks who have done this, we want to give you that chance. We'll be there, and then we'll take questions as you have them. Thank you.
Does anyone have questions now? How many are already installed like this? How many? 26? 26.
Y'all ever worry, because technology nowadays, y'all ever have any kind of maybes, if ands, or buts, if something could happen to technology and cameras?
You mean the technology failing?
Yeah.
Not really, no. The company that runs this, they do this all over, and the technology is second to none.
Are y'all able to announce where those 26 cameras are by chance?
Well, they're going to be in these areas. We're funding the cameras, but we're allowing law enforcement to select the specific location. Are you good?
Aren't neighborhoods allowed to also opt into this as well?
Yes, they can. Again, I want to thank Allie and Devin's families for both being here this morning, and let's give them another round of applause. Killer, do you want to say anything? You good? All right, thank you guys so much.